Hey guys! So first of all, excuse how I look. I am completely exhausted. I got 4 hours of sleep last night and then I helped out with a yard sale. And because of that, I have a book haul for you. And no, I did not crack this early on my Project 10 books buying ban thing. No, I did not. See, all these books were purchased by my dad for me. So yeah, I didn't buy them. I'm going to show you 3 other books though that I did purchase before I did the Project 10 books. And yeah, so I'm going to do those first because it's only 3 of them. The first one I actually think I've shown in a video or 2 already, but I haven't actually hauled it, and that's Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louise Renison, and I heard about this book from my best friend. She says it's hilarious and that I need to read it, and I picked it up. And I love Angus. I haven't even read the book, but I love Angus. Look at him, he's awesome. I just really love animals. Book number 2 that I purchased before my book buying ban is The Thief Lord by Cornelia Funk. I also heard of this one from my best friend because she says she's like in love with this book. And apparently a lot of people really love it, so I picked it up. And yeah, I haven't read it yet. Yeah, oh my heavens, I look exhausted. Ugh. I am. Trust me, I'm probably gonna have a nap. As soon as I start reading today, I'm going to fall asleep. I know that. I'm going to fall asleep. There's no stopping it. I need to sleep. And the third and final book that I purchased before my book buying ban is Reawakened, A Once Upon a Time Tale, and I got this because I love the show Once Upon a Time. I've heard it's mostly a summary of season 1 and that there are a few spelling errors, but you know what, I don't care. I love this show. I'm getting the darn book, okay? So yeah, and no, I haven't read it yet. Okay, so we're moving on to the yard sale books, and basically I was at the yard sale at 9:30 to 11:30-ish, 12-ish, and I had only had 4 hours of sleep, as I mentioned, and I was exhausted, but I plowed through, and apparently I did a good job, which makes me happy, because I wouldn't want to do a bad job, even though I'm, like, completely exhausted. But yeah, at the end of it, the person running it said that I could fill up an entire bag full of books and buy all those books for $3. Like an entire bag. Wow. However, there was this one issue. See, I did not have any money. I lacked money because I am broke. So my dad, who actually went to the yard sale to buy stuff, he said, oh, well, I'll pay for it. So yeah, I have not broken my book buying ban, technically. My dad bought these for me. And he also got some for himself, so it was sort of combined, although I got most of the books, because, you know. Anyways, just had to put that explanation in there. I did not fail Project 10 books yet. Yet being the operative word. I am determined to win this. Anyway, moving on to the books. The first one I picked up was The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot, and I love the movie. I love Anne Hathaway. Who doesn't? It's Anne Hathaway. And I've been wanting to read this, and yeah, awesome! I have it now. Then I got A Painted House by John Grisham? That word? Yeah, I got that, and I've heard he's an amazing writer. Like, everyone at the art sale was, like, raving about him. And it's a New York Times bestseller, a #1 New York Times bestseller, and yeah. I actually got 3 John Grisham books, whatever his name is. And speaking of those books, I got The Summons, also by John Grisham, also by John. John, yeah. And it's another #1 New York Times bestseller, so I'm looking forward to it. And look, the cover, it's shiny. Look at how pretty that is. Like, oh my heavens. It's pretty. And the last book I got by him is a bit out of season, but I had to get it anyway. I just had to. And it is Skipping Christmas, and it's actually a movie called Christmas with the Cranks as well, which I've been told to watch. And I haven't yet. I was going to watch it last Christmas, and then I didn't. I swear I'm gonna watch it sometime, okay? And after I read this book, I'll probably want to watch it even more, because I've heard it's good. Then I got Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. And I saw like half of the movie. I think I watched it with my brother and his wife and my mom, but I'm not sure. I do remember seeing parts of it. I do not remember how the movie ended, which is why I think I only watched half of it. But I figured I'd pick up the book, read it, and then, you know, rewatch the movie, because, yeah, that's how I do. The next book I got is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, and I've actually never read this book. Yeah, I wasn't a big reader back in like, what was it, 2007? I don't know. Anyways, got this. I'm actually sharing this with my dad because he's curious about it. And so we're going to share it, and we're probably going to discuss it with each other. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah. Speaking of Dan Brown, I also picked up Angels and Demons. This is another one I share with Dad because Dan Brown, guys. Dan Brown. So we're gonna need to read this and discuss it. And as I said, it's gonna be awesome. Yes, so yeah. Then I got Little Women by Louisa M. Alcott, and it's a really old copy of it. It's actually like a Christmas gift to someone, and it says December 1970. So the pages are all faded, and it really looks like an old classic, and I love it. I have been meaning to read classics, and so far I have only bought one, which was, what was it? What classic was it? Robinson Crusoe! Yeah, so I picked up Little Women because I need to read more classics, guys. Clearly, I need to read more classics. Then I got Find Me by Rosie O'Donnell. I believe it's an autobiography. That's when the person writes a book about themselves, right? I don't know. Difference between biography and autobiography. I'm not sure. However, look, Rosie's on the back. I love Rosie. She was Betty in the Flintstones. Like, how awesome is that? And she's also just generally awesome, and she's hilarious, and I can't wait to read this book, because it's Rosie O'Donnell, guys. Rosie O'Donnell. Now the next 4 books, don't judge me for getting this series, because I have always been like, oh, I'm not into this series, and I never read the books, so I should, like, do that. So I figured I should pick them up really cheap at this yard sale. If I don't like them, I'll bring them back for next year's yard sale and give them to someone else. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. And yes, it has this annoying sticker on it, but the thing is, I have a feeling I'm not going to be crazy about it because I was not crazy about the movies. So even if it has the annoying sticker, I'm going to give it away at a yard sale. Yeah. No, I don't... I am actually really anxious about reading the series because I've heard some people love it, some people hate it, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, there's no in between? Is there not? You either love it or you hate it? I don't know. I wasn't too crazy about the movies. I don't know if the books are any better. Usually books are, but people seem to despise this series. Now that all the movies are over and everyone's finally stopped fussing over everything, I feel like I could be ready to read these books this year. Yeah, so I got Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, which does not have a dust jacket, but I swear it's the book. It's the real deal, and I actually do not care if it has a dust jacket or not, so... yeah, because I really don't think I'm going to be keeping these books. Is that awful of me? Just because I wasn't crazy about the movies? I don't know. But, like, I just don't know. They're very big and they're taking up a lot of space on my bookshelf. The top shelf that's currently empty because I moved like all my DVDs. So yeah, but you know what, we're gonna see. I'm not going to judge until I read this because I realized I'm not allowed to judge until I read the book. I cannot say anything good or bad about Twilight until I read it. I need to read to have an opinion. So yes, I'm going to read the series. This is gonna happen. Anyways, that was my big book haul. Once again, I'm sorry for my appearance. I'm just so ridiculously tired. And once again, I did not I did not break my, what's it called? What is it called? Project 10 books. I did not break my book buying ban. These were bought for me. I did not pay for any of them. Yay, gifts! Anyways, that's it. I'm going to go probably take a nap because I look awful. Oh my heavens. Like seriously, I look almost sick. First I have to put all the books back on the shelf though. Oh my heavens. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. Anyways, have a good day. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's a few hours since I filmed my book haul, but I still haven't slept. I've eaten, but I have not slept. However, I was in the basement of my house and my dad actually has bookshelves now. They're mostly like non-fiction books, or the ones that are fictional are by Wilbur Smith and William Shakespeare. However, I did spot something that actually I got really excited about because I've been wanting to read this book series. I just haven't yet. I almost bought this series, and I'm saying almost because I, at the last minute, chose to not buy it. And I don't know why. I'm assuming it was a sign from God because turns out my dad has it. Look at what I found in my dad's basement. Well, my basement. Our family's basement. Anyways, it's the complete, what do they call it? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's the complete series. All 6 books are in this one. That's why it's so huge. But I got so excited. Apparently my dad didn't like it that much. He like got to chapter 4 and it was just too weird for him. I am determined to read this because I've heard so many awesome things about it, so I want to read it. Yeah. So if you didn't like it, I may just ask if I can keep it. So yeah, I don't know when I will read this, but I got really excited to have found this. Oh my heavens. Yay! Anyway, that's all. I just figured I'd include that in my book haul because I just found it today. And I haven't edited my book haul yet, so might as well put this tidbit in too. Anyways, bye.